Well, good evening, Dr. Charles Karuku here. I want to thank you so much personally for the contribution that you gave for us to go to the mission to Africa. I just returned from Kenya where we had a very successful crusade and pastors conference. A lot of things happened on the ground, and I just wanted to give you a quick report. When we arrived, we went straight to the Pastors and Leaders Conference that started on the Wednesday we arrived all the way to Saturday. And we did training for pastors, and some pastors who had come from Uganda. There were other leaders who had come from Rwanda, and we also had several others who came from Kenya. And we had one gentleman that came all the way from Pakistan. All those people who came, they came specifically for the conference, with exception to the ones from Rwanda who were already in Kenya, and they just managed to join us for the conference. Now, I was able to meet also with several government leaders and people in the private and public sector who we were able to minister to, and also to create alliances for future ministry. And during the Pastors Leaders Conference, the Lord gave a prophetic word, and that word was so powerful, and we felt it needed to go national. And one of my spiritual daughters who lives in Kenya, we grew up together, and she was a little girl when I was starting out in ministry. Now she is a well-known musician that ministers in the whole nation. Her name is Wangari, and she ministers in the entire nation. And what happened is we were able to get in contact with her, and she opened doors to the television, national television, radio, newspapers. We had so many interviews that we could not keep up with them. In fact, we turned down some of the interviews that were available, and we were able to share the message, the prophetic word for the nation as it is going into election. We were able to share that word to the nation, and many government officials, even people in the current government, some of the men who work directly with the president, were able to hear that word for the nation, which was a word that whoever will have the heart of the Father, the Lord will give them the nation. And also it was a word for Kenya, which means yes to God, and that Kenya will become a launching pad for global evangelism. It was such a message of hope that it really lifts the spirit of the nation. And so anyways, we were also able to speak in colleges, and also be able to meet with some of the leaders of some of the major university in Kenya. One of the deputy vice chancellor, he drove 8 hours both ways and met with me for 1 hour together with one of his professors, and we were discussing collaboration with the Institute of Leadership and Mentorship to work together to build a bridge between the East and the West, between Africa and Western world. Anyway, we came with so much reports of people getting saved, healed, filled with the Holy Spirit, deliverance, training, impartations, speaking to colleges, ministering on the media, and all these things are possible because of your generosity, your prayers, and your support. And I want to personally make this video for you. And I pray, Father, that God will bless you, God to open doors for you, to give you grace, to incredibly increase you in all ways. And as your partnership continues, together we can change the world. And thank you so much again. God bless you. Bye-bye.